There are many clubs that play in blue kits, and there are many clubs that play in red kits. So today, 8 clubs that wear blue take on 8 clubs that wear red in a Champions League battle. So let's get into it. Which color of kits will come out on top and be victorious? But before we do that, if you do enjoy the content, please hit the like button for me. Of course, if you enjoy the videos, I would really appreciate it. And if you're new around here, welcome. Please hit the subscribe button for me with the little noti bell. I would really appreciate it. It is red kits versus blue kits for all the Champions League glory. So of course, before we get into the draw and the actual Champions League competition, let me introduce you to all the clubs that are participating, and we're gonna start with the 8 red clubs. The first club that will be representing the red kits will be Arsenal, and the second club is coming out of Netherlands, and it will be PSV. Now I understand we could have taken Ajax, but this season PSV is having a much better year than Ajax, so PSV is in instead of Ajax. It's only fair. PSV is better this season. Heading back to the Premier League, guys, in club number 3 representing the red team, it is Forest. Staying in the Premier League, it will be Liverpool as club number 4. They are red, they are in. And another club from the Premier League, club number 5, how can we forget about the red Manchester United, the Red Devils? Heading to Germany, we have a German giant in Bayern Munich going on the red team as club number 6. The red club number 7 comes from Italy, and it's an Italian giant. It is AC Milan. And finally, the last club, club number 8 for the Reds, they are coming from Portugal. They are a cursed club. They're a very successful club. It is Benfica. We know our 8 red clubs. Now we have to look at our 8 blue clubs, and we're going to the Premier League, and we have to start with the Blues, Chelsea. Club number 2 representing the Blues, and it's another club from the Premier League. It is Everton. And of course, how can we not include club number 3 in this competition? They are a giant. They are a monster. They are in the Premier League. They are blue. They are Manchester City. Club number 4 representing the blue shirts, and it is coming from France, and it's a big club. It's none other than PSG. We have 1 Milan representing the red shirts in AC Milan, but Inter Milan will be club number 5 representing the blue shirts. And we're gonna stay in Italy because club number 6 is also blue and also from Serie A. It is Lazio. And of course, if we're including Lazio and Inter Milan in this competition, we gotta include the other blue club that plays in Italy. It is Napoli. And the last and final club playing for the blue squad, it will be from Portugal. It's not Benfica because they're red. It's not Sporting because they're kind of green. It is Porto. So we have our 16 clubs that will be participating in our red versus blue Champions League, but now we have to seed all those clubs into 4 groups. And of course, we're gonna do it via the wheel, but actually this time we have 2 wheels, 1 red club wheel, 1 blue club wheel. Now we don't want to have 4 red clubs in the same group or 4 blue clubs in the same group. That wouldn't be fair, and it wouldn't make much sense. So we will spin both wheels and have 2 red clubs and 2 blue clubs in every group. That way it's all fair and even across the board. So let's spin our red club wheel and find our first red club for Group A. Which club will it be? These groups are gonna be all groups of death. It's Liverpool. Liverpool is in Group A. And which blue club is joining Liverpool in Group A as the first blue club in Group A? It's PSG. We have Liverpool, we have PSG, and we're looking for the second red club for Group A. Who is it going to be? Is it AC Milan? It's AC Milan. This group is already absolute madness. And the second blue club in Group A to finish off the group, it is Everton. Oh boy, they got it tough. Our Group A is completed. We're looking for the first red club for Group B. Which club will it be? Will it be Benfica or Forest? Which one is it? It is Benfica. And the first blue club for Group B to join Benfica, it's Manchester City. We have Benfica as red, we have Manchester City as blue, and the other red team in that group will be Bayern Munich. Who will be the second blue team in Group B? It is gonna be Lazio. This is a very tasty group. I definitely feel like there's 1 red team and 1 blue team that stand out from Group B, and of course it's Man City and Bayern Munich. First red club for Group C. Which club will it be? It will be the other Manchester United, the Red Devils. Now who is going to be the first club in Group C as the blue team? Inter Milan. Manchester United will have their hands full. We have Man United as the 1 red team, and the second red team for Group C, it will be PSV from Netherlands. And the second blue team for Group C, it's Chelsea. This group is unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. In Group C, the red clubs will be represented by Manchester United and PSV, while the blue clubs will be represented by Inter Milan and Chelsea. This also means there's only 4 clubs left, and those 4 clubs are going into Group D. The 2 red clubs in Group D will be Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. And the two blue clubs in Group D will be Porto and Napoli. I got absolutely no idea which group I like best. Is it Group A with Liverpool, PSG, and AC Milan? Or maybe Group D with Arsenal, Porto, and Napoli playing against each other? But either way, all these four groups are extremely exciting, and I couldn't tell you who's coming out of the groups and who's getting eliminated. Our 16 red and blue clubs have all been seated in their respective groups, guys. You can see the two red badges in each group and the two blue badges in each group. Who is coming out on top? Let's go to the end of the group stage matches. Make your predictions down below. No scrolling forward, no cheating. Let's go. Our red versus blue Champions League group stage matches have come to an end, guys. All 6 matches have been played. Who is going to the quarterfinals? We're gonna start in Group A, and it was a blue shirt that topped the group. It was PSG. They went 6 wins from 6 on 18 points, and a red team right behind them in Liverpool on 12 points. AC Milan, 2 wins, 4 losses. They beat Everton twice, and they lost all their matches to Liverpool and PSG. They're eliminated. And Everton, they lost all their 6 matches, actually. They only scored 3 goals in those 6 matches. They finished on 0 points. They're eliminated with AC Milan. So from Group A, we have 1 red club and 1 blue club progressing. From Group B, just like in Group A, we have 1 of each progressing into the quarterfinals. The red Bayern Munich topped the group on 16 points. Manchester City blue, they are second on 13 points. Lazio, 2 wins, 4 losses, 6 points. They were a little short. And Benfica, the cursed Benfica, they were beat up on 6 losses from 6. They were just as bad as Everton. Unfortunately, Benfica is going to have to wait for another time to win something. Lazio and Benfica are eliminated. Group C, a very interesting group because it had Inter Milan, Manchester United, Chelsea, and PSV. Inter Milan, they topped the group on 16 points. Manchester United, not far behind them though. Another red team. So again, 1 of each progressing. They finished on 10 points. Chelsea, very bad. Surprisingly very bad. 1-1 and 4. They only scored 7 goals in 6 matches. Conceded 14. I saw one of the matches, guys, and Manchester United beat Chelsea 4-0 in one of them. That was embarrassing. So Chelsea is unfortunately eliminated on 4 points. PSV, they went winless. They drew 3 times, 0-3 and 3. They scored more goals than Chelsea, 8, but still conceded quite a bit in 12. They finished on 3 points, bottom of the group. Chelsea and PSV going home. And finally, in Group D, again, the same story. 1 of each colors are progressing into the quarterfinals, but it was Napoli that topped the group. It wasn't Arsenal. Napoli, 5 wins, 1 draw on 16 points. Arsenal in second, 3 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses on 10 points. They almost got beat out by Porto. Porto, a very respectable effort in this group, facing Napoli and Arsenal and Forest. They finished on 3 wins and 3 losses, 9 points, just a bit unlucky. A good run by Porto. They are eliminated, and Forest, just not good enough. They actually conceded the most goals out of anyone. 19 goals they conceded. That is a lot of goals to concede in 6 matches. No wonder they finished on 0 points. They're eliminated with Porto. So our red versus blue quarterfinals, we'll see Inter, the blue squad, take on Liverpool, the red squad. Napoli, which is blue, will take on Manchester United, the Red Devils. Then we will have red versus red, Bayern Munich versus Arsenal, and blue versus blue, PSG versus Manchester City. All of these matchups are insane. They're massive. And we're going to take a quick pause after leg 1 in the quarterfinals because I want to show you that something very interesting. All the 4 matchups after leg 1 actually ended in a draw. All 4 of them. So heading into leg 2 of the quarterfinals, everything is up for grabs and it's anyone's game to win. The second leg of the quarterfinals are over, guys, and I think we have some upsets. I would call these upsets. Remember, this is the home of fairy tale runs. It's fairy tale stories galore, and I think it's happening here again. The first matchup, red versus blue, Liverpool versus Inter Milan. They came out on top 3-2 on aggregate. By the way, as we go through these quarterfinal results, guys, I want to tell you a fun fact. Every single result was decided by 1 goal, which is very unpredictable and random. So we got Liverpool that's going home, and Inter Milan is progressing to the semifinals. A blue team. What about the other one? Red versus blue. Manchester United, the Red Devils versus Napoli and Victor Osimhen. Eric Ten Hag beat Napoli, guys. 2-1 on aggregate. Manchester United, a red team, go into the semifinals. So now we have a blue team in the semifinals in Inter and a red team in Manchester United. The third quarterfinal in Arsenal versus Bayern Munich, and this is probably the biggest surprise and biggest shock. Arsenal, they did not bottle it. They came out on top. They somehow beat Bayern Munich 3-2 on aggregate. I'm speechless. I usually want to tear all my Arsenal stuff off the wall every single video, but today I'm very proud that it's up there because Arsenal is in the semifinals. So now we got 2 red clubs in Arsenal and Manchester United in the semifinals. semifinals and one blue club in Inter Milan. What about the fourth matchup? Manchester City versus PSG. Blue versus blue. Manchester City, they of course prevail. 4-3 on aggregate, 2-1 in the second leg. PSG is going home. Man City is the last team in the semis. And so our semifinals, it will be red versus blue and blue versus red. It will be Inter blue versus Man United red and Arsenal red versus Man City blue. So we can have three variations of a final. We could have a blue versus blue final if Inter and Man City prevail, a red versus red final if Arsenal and Manchester United prevail, or a blue versus red final if one of the reds and one of the blues wins. Let's go to the end of the semifinals and see who will be in our red versus blue Champions League. Actually, we're gonna stop it after leg 1 in the semifinals, guys, because I've never seen this happen before. I really haven't. Both matchups, again, are draws after leg 1. Have you ever seen this many draws? We had all these draws in the quarterfinals. Now we're having draws in the semifinals. It's as close as it gets. I have no idea who's making it out. The second leg of our semifinals are over, guys. Who is going to be in our final? Manchester United versus Inter Milan. Manchester United, guys, well, they collapsed in the second leg of the semifinals. They lost it 4-1 to Inter. Unfortunately, Manchester United is eliminated in the semifinals, but a valiant effort, a very, very good and respectable effort. I didn't expect them to get this far, to be honest with you, but they did. They made it all the way to the last 4, but Inter Milan ultimately beat them, and Inter will be in our red-blue final. And the other semi-final, Manchester City versus Arsenal, and I'm proud to be an Arsenal fan today, guys, and I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take this result. I have to take it. Please. Manchester City versus Arsenal, 3-3 on aggregate after both legs, but Arsenal scored more goals in the second leg, so they won on away goals. I know that the away goal thing doesn't, it doesn't exist anymore, but for some reason, it still exists in FC24. FC24, EA, please. We've been asking for quite a long time to get rid of it, but you know what? Right now, it's working out in my favor, and I'm gonna take it. So, Manchester City's finally not gonna be in a final. So, we're gonna have Inter Milan versus Arsenal in our red versus blue Champions League. Arsenal won by FC24 error, and that's okay. There's the Champions League trophy. The final is being prepared. The pitch is ready. The red Arsenal kits are out. The blue Inter Milan kits are out. Who will be crowned champion? Welcome to the Estadio do SL Benfica. We are in Portugal for this final. It is Arsenal in their red kits and Inter Milan in their blue kits. Oh man, seeing Arsenal in a final, this is something else. Inter Milan was in a final last year and they lost to Manchester City. And to be fair, if Manchester City beat Arsenal, it would have been a replay of last year's final. So that would have been interesting, but you know what? Arsenal beat them, so we're gonna keep it like that. Thuram, and it's all Inter Milan here. But Arsenal will clear, and they'll go forward through Gabriel Martinelli to Odegaard, back to Martinelli. Martinelli carries forward, using his speed, creativity. Havertz, Kai Havertz, slowing it down. Outside the box, Kai Havertz holding it on. Gabriel Jesus on the ball now. He's still trying to get around Matteo Darmian. He can't. But Zinchenko keeps the ball in play. But Stefan de Vrij is on the ball, and now it's Cherby holds on, and he will pass it off to Bastoni, and the danger is averted by Inter Milan. Odegaard, Havertz, Jesus, is he gonna have a shot? He should have shot. He should have shot. Gabby, shoot the ball. 36 minutes in. It is still 0-0 here. A tight matchup. Both teams playing good defense, not letting anything go through, but Lautaro Martinez can go through here. Martinez saved by David Raya. First real opportunity, and it goes to Inter, and they will have a corner. Raya stands tall for Arsenal. 41 minutes in, Çalhanoğlu will take this corner. Hakan Çalhanoğlu on the ball, into the box. Ben White out, but only as far as Barella. Barella carries it out wide. Back to Çalhanoğlu, inside to DeMarco. DeMarco to Thuram. Thuram is covered. And Declan Rice does excellent. It's probably going to be halftime here very soon. The ref is not blowing the whistle as Gabby Jesus is going forward, but Bastoni does well in the back for Inter, and it is going to be 0-0 at half. Well, it's all up for grabs. It's all to play for here in the second half, the second 45. Will we go to penalties? Will we go to extra time? Only time will tell. Odegaard, Zinchenko moving forward. Havertz out wide to Martinelli. Odegaard, Havertz. Kai Havertz, step overs. Havertz with a shot. Kai Havertz. It's Kai Havertz with the goal. Oh my, oh me. Kai Havertz Havertz gives Arsenal a 1-0 lead. Kai Havertz scores again. Wow, wow, wow. Can Arsenal actually win a trophy? Hakan Çalhanoğlu is creating. Darmian tries to feed the pass to Barella, but Havertz is there. Havertz has been the main man of the match for Arsenal so far as changes are being made. Speaking of Havertz, he's coming off, and Arsenal is going a little bit more defensive with Jorginho coming on in his place. While Inter Milan is bringing on Fratesi. Fratesi's coming on for Inter Milan for Matteo Darmian. Mkhitaryan. Inside to Barella. Barella. Thuram. It's not there. Barella spins. Thuram again. It's all Inter here. They're trying to equalize. I'm cheering for Arsenal. I'm sorry, guys. Mkhitaryan, former Arsenal player, former Dortmund player. Thuram muscling his way through, but he can't muscle enough. Saka will come back the other way. Saka is just wasting time. Saka will go far. Saka will just hold on. 1 minute left. That's it. Is Arsenal winning a trophy? Will they be crowned champions of the Red and Blue Champions League? They will! Arsenal! 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 Arsenal FC! Can you tell that I'm an Arsenal fan? I'm sorry if you're not. You know, we've done so many of these videos and Arsenal have won absolutely nothing in every single one. They've never even been to a final. But this time they are successful as Martin Odegaard comes up to claim the Red versus Blue Champions League trophy, and Arsenal, they lift it with pride and glory. Arsenal are your champions. What an incredible final. What an incredible video. Arsenal won something on our channel. Finally, for the first time ever. Arsenal has never won anything. I promise you. Go through all the videos. Arsenal never wins nothing. And I know that some of you may not be happy about it because, you know, not everyone is an Arsenal fan. You have your club that you support. I obviously also support Bournemouth. I support Hamburg and several other clubs. I love small clubs as well. But I grew up on Arsenal. I grew up on Thierry Henry. I grew up on Arshavin. Those are my guys. Those are my players that I watched day in and day out, honestly. So I have to support them. As always, my friends, thank you very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments who you were cheering for. Were you on Team Red? Were you on Team Blue? Or do you support a club that isn't blue or red? I hope you guys have yourself a wonderful day. Stay happy and stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Always keep smiling. And I'll see you guys in the next video on the channel, which is probably tomorrow or the next day. All right? And hit that subscribe button if you haven't already yet. All right? Peace, 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 peace. Arsenal are champions.